Apologies, that was a creature cast intro.
I was like, what?
I was gonna say, bro.
That threw me off so hard.
I was
Hold
just
on.
that's not our vibe.
Hold on.
And how does that get them pumped up before? That's
Hold
not
on.
a vibe.
Run it. There we go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to PlayStation Generation episode 59. My name is Matt, and I'll be your host for today's events. I'm joined, as always, by the love guru himself, Mr. Denny Raccoon.
What's up? What's up?
He got to go first, eh? Now I feel like I just got fired. Right.
No, you just got demoted.
He was on top of the list because he was here first, and then I usually go to you, but then the positioning threw me off.
He was here first? I think we were all at the same time.
No. I got in here.
I was in the waiting room first.
Oh.
The diversity hire.
Hey,
I am the diversity hire. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the diversity hire. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm not.
Yeah. How does that work?
Yeah, I don't know.
It just does. It just does. And
Rice
hanging out with us today,
scans.
as always, the PlayStation Hokage himself, Mr. Rice Boy.
Hello. And today we're going to talk about peak racism. Just kidding.
What is going on here?
Saving the best for last, see what I did there. Court, we got the man who bleeds black and gold himself, Mr. Court Lam. What's up, Court?
Hey, I don't know. What is Jesus.
We're all coming in today with some weird energy. I feel like we're all a little bit tired, a little bit out there.
Yeah.
I was saying this before, but I feel like Court needs to be rocking an NVIDIA hat, and then we'll have like a repeat
I don't even know
of
what
like
that means.
because Rice is wearing a white shirt, and then you're wearing a white shirt, and he has like a hat on. AMD does not do NVIDIA though, do they?
No, the NVIDIA does NVIDIA.
NVIDIA does NVIDIA. That's what I mean. So it'll be like a recreation of like I'm an Apple, I'm
also,
a PC, but it'll be like I'm an AMD, I'm an NVIDIA. You know what I mean?
Also, I think we can easily. Oh Jesus, with you and your your overlords, they pay you. It's Father's Day next Sunday. I just wanted to there's 3.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
There's no show next week.
Denny's a dad too. He's a
dad too.
He's a daddy.
He's a daddy. He's a zaddy. He's a zaddy. Yeah, we'll figure out what's gonna happen next week. Don't worry about it.
I'm in Montreal anyways.
Yeah. Either we'll be early or late, or we'll have an episode go up. Or maybe we'll just skip. We'll find out, and you'll find out too next week.
Or we could just throw the creature cast on again.
Boom.
What's that?
We're in the midst of it all, folks. State of Play happened. Summer Game Fest happened. Xbox happened. We're gonna be diving into all of that. So, in the effort of
did it all happen?
It happened. It can't be a disagreement that it happened or not.
Fair. No, you're right. No, it's not a disagreement. It's just I think disappointment. Everybody's like, lower your expectations. You should have just, not showed up.
Well, we'll talk about all that. But in the midst, we'll get to that in just a sec. But let's fly through what we've all been playing. Let's keep this brief and breezy today, folks. So that way we can dive into things accordingly. Denny, what you been playing?
Mario Kart World Tour.
Okay, we've all been playing. Can we just do the Nintendo part of the show?
Yeah, let's do the Nintendo part. Switch 2 is out.
Yeah, we've all been playing Switch 2 except one person, maybe.
I'm going over to my sister's house.
I know your sister's been playing.
Yeah, my sister's been playing. I'll get
those
there.
tracks, fire,
dude. I was watching this guy. Well, with my daughter. My daughter was starting to find him on YouTube. She's like, "Daddy, do you know there's like places you can cheat on these tracks?" I'm like, "What do you mean cheat?" She's like, "Well, there's shortcuts." I'm like, "Well, that's not cheating. That's just Mario Kart." She's like, "I'm figuring this stuff out," and she's trying to come in first in every race. I will say this. One thing I will say, this is the first one where I didn't turn on like the help me for the kid.
The assist.
Yeah, the assist. Oh, yeah. And it's man. First of all, it looks great. It plays great. I really like the driving, and the tracks are fantastic. I love how there's like most of them is like there's 3 different ways you can do this thing every time.
Yeah, right. I will say free roam kind of shit.
Yes, 1000%. Don't even need it.
Thing.
Don't even need it. And then the extra costumes. What's the point of them?
Thank you.
I hate how they're organized. Just like let me select the character and then let me see all the costumes.
Yes, agreed.
Yep.
Agreed.
Look like if you can see other people in the free roam world.
I don't want costumes. Just let me unlock other characters. What is this?
Right.
Denny, how are you liking it?
Well, I mean, I'm on the same boat about free roam. I'm in the same boat about all the characters. It's like when you buy a Dragon Ball Z game, you have like 18 different variants of Goku basically.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the same thing. But other than that, no, it's been fun. It's Knockout Tour has been my mode of choice right now.
It's the best, is it not?
It is. It is really fun. It is very addictive. I am glad that is my only Switch 2 game right now until I go pick up my copy of Bravely Default.
I've been playing. I've even been playing Mario Wonders just to replay it because you get that 120 frames. It plays fantastic.
It runs 120 frames.
Yeah, well, according to Digital Foundry, some of the games are
they boosted.
Yeah, they got boosted. I will say this: my daughter was playing Let's Go Eevee games because that one doesn't support for some reason. Is not a big fan.
Oh, interesting.
It will actually like screw up your controller after the fact. So you can play it, but you can only play it if you undock it. So
interesting.
Consoles like you can't play it, even though it says it's compatible. What happened was after we started playing Mario Kart, and all of a sudden everything looked like I had Joy-Con drift. Like I just couldn't do anything. And yet I was like, oh my God, like did this thing already break? And it's already all this drift. I turned it off, turned it back on. We only went into Mario Kart. I'm like, okay, now it works. So then I was like, I got to test the theory because this is a Nintendo. I try Let's Go Eevee again. Boom, like bricks the damn thing. I'm like, all right, Pokemon killing my console.
Interesting.
I will say Scarlet and Violet run and look probably 100 times better.
Oh, a million times.
So it's an
better.
Actual game now.
Yeah. It actually functions.
I was seeing a video of the windmill actually working in the background now.
Yep. And the classmates actually like moving like actual people, not like PowerPoints.
And there's NPCs and there's actual Pokemon that you can see in the world.
And
now
there's grass.
Yes. Yeah. So I told her I said, unfortunately, honey, you can play Let's Go Eevee on the old Switch, but you ain't touching it on the new one because I don't know what it is about that game. It's trying to kill the Switch. It's trying to kill it.
Hopefully they are aware and they can fix it. I mean, it's Pokemon. You'd assume that those games would run.
I couldn't find it anywhere. No one. I don't. Anybody else is like, you know what? I'm gonna play this 9-year-old game.
You never know. You never know. Nice. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the Switch too. I'm glad you're enjoying Mario Kart. Court, what else? Have you been playing anything else?
No, Switch all weekend, dude.
Hell yeah!
I've been logging into like NHL and MLB to get my free packs.
A little bit of Divi too.
And no, I haven't even been playing that because I'm at the very end and of the DLC, and I know that I have like an hour-long battle. So usually they're kind of like Destiny.
Oh,
well, no, it's not a battle bot. Hold on, listen. It's a level.
Now, when it's Final Fantasy doing an hour-long battle,
hold on, but I'm not doing it. But I didn't do it. It is a battle. It is a problem. So I don't have
an hour-long boss fight.
You just asked why I'm not playing it, and I said an hour. It's not an hour-long boss fight. It's an hour-long level. So they call them strongholds.
Strongholds.
And they're just I know what has to be done. So I was like, I'm just not playing. So I just don't think I'm going to do it, which is unfortunate. It's just I don't think I have an hour to play a game. So I played a little bit.
It is a commitment.
Thank you. I just don't have.
And it's sometimes an hour plus, right? Like it's at least an hour.
And I realized that I'll probably never do it. So I was like, I guess I'm done playing the Division 2. I was like, whatever.
I don't have an hour and a half to keep dying.
I don't, because right now I'm playing Mario. I playing Forza.
You're busy, boy.
Yeah, and I have better things to do than playing an hour and a half on one level of a video game. Let's be honest here. That is just ridiculous.
I understand. Rest that you've been playing. Anything else?
Yeah, totally. Switch 2 is so good. And, that Mario Kart World where you do the rail thing and then you go up the wall and
jump
you flip over and
you
go, no, I've actually been
playing with the Vaseline again.
No, well, in between sessions of Dark Ages, so just trying that out because I hadn't tried it out, and I'm having some fun with that.
Do you have an Xbox controller in your hand right now?
Yeah, he does.
No, this is a PlayStation controller.
Other hand.
This one.
No, put that yellow thing on the screen. There was a yellow thing. No.
My controller's in the living room.
What is that?
It's a custom PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Can you flip it around for me?
Yeah. Can we see the
for
Let's see the PlayStation button.
Can you show me the share button real quick?
Dude,
absolutely.
look at the cable that is connected to it. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about the cable? Look at that cable. Look at that cable
Custom.
connected to it. You're gonna kill yourself with that thing.
No, I know. It's
my-
pretty bad.
Listen,
Here,
when
hold
he's
on.
not, when,
Look at
listen,
that. Look at that.
when he's losing, he gives
Jeez.
himself a little shock just to wake himself back up.
Jesus Christ! You
Yeah,
can't
that's,
get with that Xbox money. You can't get a new cable.
I ain't got no Xbox money, bro. I have the promise of exposure.
Oh,
That's the gift that keeps on giving, eh?
oh
Can't
my goodness
Can't ask for better
gracious.
than that.
Yeah.
You might be writing for a blog for free. Like, oh my god.
As for
man.
myself, I'm playing Death Stranding 2, and that is all of the things that I can say about Death Stranding 2.
Yes, that my PlayStation reminds me of that daily. By the way,
You're welcome.
every day I turn on my PlayStation, just Matt's playing Death Stranding 2. I'm just
Yeah.
like, what a
God damn.
dick.
Playing that. My review will be up on butweiler.net in a couple weeks. I think it's like June 23rd. I want to say embargo is. Also be helping out with stuff over here, so please be excited and look forward to all that in just a few weeks. And yeah, obviously some Switch 2 stuff. I've been playing Yakuza Director's Cut as well, and goddamn, that game still rules. But
Matt sent me a picture of his Switch 2 when he bought it, and I had to be like, I don't even know what that game is.
that was Bravely Default. I haven't started
Bravely
that yet.
Default. It's a
Yeah.
great game.
I
can't
didn't
wait
even
for
know what
that.
it was.
I
Matt
wanted
was
to get like
Matt's
one
reply
physical.
was, it's a game you don't want to
Yeah, I was like
Yeah.
JRPG. He's like, oh, never mind.
play.
All right, folks, let's rip through this. Because we have 3 that we're gonna fly through here. I'm basically just gonna fly down the list. Shout out to Dennis, who's been putting together these recaps over on Calls of
Let's go,
Creatures.
Dennis.
Way to go,
videos, release dates, platforms, everything is here. So go check that out in case you're looking. So I just wanted to shout him out because he did all 3 of these. What a hero! I'm gonna fly through this list, folks. If there's something that you want to comment on, whether good, bad, or anything else, just stop me because we're not all gonna comment on every single one.
That was
Shot
free.
through the heart in your tube.
No, but that wasn't even like, oh man. You know, he tries sometimes, Rice, but he's just
A for effort.
yeah.
It was an A for
Gold
effort.
star. Gold star.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Let's rip roll to the state of play, which kicked things off this week. We got Lumen's Arise coming to PSVR 2 coming in the fall. We got Pragmata. I know we got Pragmata coming in 2026. This looks like Space Last of Us mixed with Dead Space.
Oh, it doesn't look good at all.
I don't feel anything watching this.
It looks like something Capcom would have made before they just decided to just make good games. Remember when Capcom put out that trailer at one time? We're like, "What is this?" And now we've never heard about it. I feel like this is the game.
This was probably greenlit at the same time that dinosaur shooter was put out.
Yes, that's
You know what I mean? That's
yeah.
that's the vibe that this game is giving me.
Yes.
I hope it's going to be good, but
We always hope.
Yeah, look at the
hope.
9-year-old killing people in a video. Like, what's this?
Romeo's a Dead Man coming in 2026. I'm not a big Suda 51 fan, but this game looks rad as hell.
It does. I saw it and I was like, oh, this is intriguing.
Yeah, right. Like I'm kind of curious. I'm about this. It looks ridiculous. The trailer sold me.
Yeah,
I'm stoked. Silent Hill F got its release date coming September 25th. Was the release date trailer got a whole bunch of gameplay. I'm a wait and see on this. I'm a recent Silent Hill person. I loved the remake of the second one. I had a fantastic time with this. This one kind of looks a little jank.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
Doesn't live up.
It looks like a game on the Switch.
The OG.
I think that's a new thing. The OG, well, Switch 2
Yeah.
is the thing now. So whenever a game looks jank, we're like, it looks like a Switch game.
Yeah, like it just I don't know.
That's fine.
Bloodstained, the Scarlet Engagement got announced. It's a prequel to Bloodstained coming 2026.
I'd play it.
You play it?
I would play it.
Did you play
Looks
the
fun.
other Bloodstained?
You play it only once a month?
Maybe.
Damn. There's a joke in there somewhere.
I figured there's something in there.
Did you play the other one?
I didn't, but I mean, just kind of scrolling through the trailer kind of gave me like Castlevania vibes. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'll play it.
I was talking to Bobby while it was happening. He was literally like, a new Castlevania. Never mind. Sorry, buddy.
Honestly, I wish you had that recorded.
Yeah, I have
disappointment.
screenshots. He's like, oh my god, no. Oh, never mind. And I was like, yep, sorry, buddy.
The disappointment.
Digimon Story Time Stranger got its release date of October 3rd. One of my most anticipated games this year. And also, fuck my life because it's literally the day after Ghost of Yotei.
Yeah.
Good luck.
This frame of like a week from like September 25th to like October 3rd has so much happening in such a short amount of time that like I'm not gonna sleep.
Yeah, dude, the start of the NHL season starts at the same time too, right, Denny? Yeah.
Oh, my life sucks so much. I have so many games to play.
Oh my god. I have so much hockey to watch.
Oh god.
Speaking of that week, Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles got a release date of September 30th. This looks awesome. I can't wait for this. I loved Advanced. I never had the opportunity to play the originals, and I've heard that this is one of like the best narratives across all of Final Fantasy.
I have heard this.
Denny, tell me.
Denny's a big fan, yeah?
Yeah, he's literally rubbing
my body's ready.
PS1 face. Yeah?
I don't think it is.
No,
Denny.
it's not fucking Final Fantasy 9.
So you're still waiting. Yeah.
Wow.
He's already talked about that.
You know,
once
he
today.
had us at the beginning, and then at the very end, he's like, "Fuck you."
I'll play it, yes,
He
but
doesn't care.
you know, I'm not gonna play it with the same amount of like zhuzh I would have Final Fantasy 9 remake.
Zhuzh.
The pants are
All
staying
right.
on for this one.
Oh
Right,
hell
right.
yeah!
No pizzazz.
Baby Steps is coming September 8th. I have not like I watched this trailer. The guy setting it up was like, I laughed so hard I almost vomited. And then it goes into this trailer and I was like, what? Yeah, okay.
This game's dumb as fuck. I'm sorry, you guys. This was the stupidest thing I saw.
No, this one is right up there too.
Hirogami looks cool. This
No,
one
it
I'm in
doesn't.
on. Hero
Oh,
like this looks
Matt,
like a cool
Matt,
indie.
you know why? Matt's in on it, and then Matt's gonna play. He's like, it was okay.
Dude, it looks like Tearaway and like
Yeah, you know what?
Little
It
Big
looks
Planet had a
like
baby.
Matt, you are 100% right. It looks like a PS3 game.
Yeah, it's an
Was
indie
that
game.
better or worse than a Switch game?
Ooh, good question.
Ooh, very good point.
I'd say
I'm
PS3 would
about
probably
it.
look better.
I think this is like super.
You know what?
creative. I
You
like
know
it.
what? Yeah.
This looks cool. I'm in on this.
I'm
entirely.
also
Matt,
maybe
you know
partial to it because I
on.
loved folding origami.
You can record this, write it down, do whatever you want. This is a 6 out of 10.
No, bro. 8 out of 10.
Nope.
I just want to learn how to fold all of these things, bro.
Dude, I respect you for it. I don't have the time, patience, nor the energy. People were like, "Can you fold the crane?" I'm like, "No, I cannot."
Okay, I'll try and do it before the stream's over.
I believe in you. Everybody's Golf Hot Shots is coming September 5th. Also includes Pac-Man. I've tried to get into these games. Like, I wish I could like them, but they don't click.
I like them.
They're cute. I like
but
them.
I only like them. They're kind of like Madden to me, where I'll play it for like a month and then I'm like, all right, I'm never touching this game again.
Okay. I mean, a month is more time than other games get.
I know, but for sports games, usually like it's like months. And like certain FIFA and NHL, I could jump in anytime, especially FIFA and like it's just one of those ones I could jump in, and MLB, but like Madden and college football, I'll play them. I'm like, this is amazing, and then I'm like, this is not as fun as I thought.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's cool that it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming all the time.
All the time. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound is releasing on July 31st.
There's
Yep.
lots of Ninja Gaiden everywhere right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Xbox people are like, look, we got Ninja Gaiden. And I was like, yeah, so did the NES. Okay, move on. Like, Jesus, the things
love
people
Ninja
brag
Gaiden.
about. The things people brag about sometimes, though. I'm like, come on, we're just grasping at straws to take this one as like, look what I can do.
Okay,
I'm about it.
Rice, tell me why about it.
I like kind of
Rice has that tattoo.
before Soul, like the Souls stuff came in for me. It was like Ninja Gaiden.
What about Double Dragon?
Kind of difficulty level. What you say?
Well,
Double Dragon.
Oh yeah.
Double Dragon was good, but Ninja Gaiden was hard. Like the
Yes.
NES Ninja Gaiden.
That's what I
games
mean,
are
yeah.
hard.
Do you know what I started playing? Because back to the Switch, I tried because Ghosts and Goblins has one of the best soundtracks ever, and I was like, told my daughter, I'm like, oh, we got to play it. The soundtrack's great. She's like, it sounds great, but we keep dying. I'm like, yeah, well, that's the thing about this game. I'm like, you die a lot.
Have you
But
ever
just
heard
so you
of
can hear that?
Yes. We die to hear the soundtrack.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
But even past like the NES and SNES stuff, like Ninja Gaiden Black and stuff, were difficult as hell.
But
Even those entries were tough.
Is the NES Ninja Gaiden and Ghosts and Goblins? Can we probably say the two hardest games ever?
Yeah,
It's up there, man.
up
It's
there,
up
yeah.
there.
Like people always
the
say,
Lion
like
King
Bloodborne.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
on the
but
Genesis.
dude,
Oh.
Ghosts
Yeah.
and Goblins is nuts.
Did you
I've
just say
heard.
Lion King? Yeah.
Yeah, no, like
Definitely.
in all seriousness.
that
Ghosts
was
and
a very
Goblins
difficult
gives you
game.
weapons that you think are supposed to be good, like fire, that are just might as well just say, all right, might as well turn it off now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cairn is coming November 5th. This is another climbing game. It gives me a lot of Jusant vibes.
Jusant, yeah.
I tried Jusant, and then I turned off Jusant, and I didn't play it again.
No,
Matt, that's an indie game. You're not allowed doing that.
I think it's it's something that like I relax played.
Okay.
Versus like I'm about to sit up in front of my chair and focus. That's a different vibe.
Fair.
But I'm here, my legs up on my chair. I have like some popcorn, and some exactly, and super super chill. I could play maybe with one hand and still be alright with it.
The amount of things that you just went along with what I originally said with and went right to it is just amazing.
Proud of you.
Thanks,
Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection got an announcement. This is a whole bunch of Mortal Kombats from like 1 to 4 and 3 Ultra and a whole bunch of them.
People, does this move you, Rice? Does it give you a chub?
Yeah. Yeah, it does. But it's very, I would say that at this point it's niche because not a lot of people are grasping for this versus other new fighting games that are coming out that people can be excited about.
Like Injustice.
This is for the boys that the millennials that grew up with
now.
this.
Be honest, would this make more sense to be on Nintendo? Like that's
good question.
Yeah.
I think there will be people that agree with you. I don't have an opinion on it.
Oh, can we all say the Pro Controller for the Switch 2 is fire?
Ooh, I had one, yeah.
It is the back buttons, Matt. Like they're good. They're really nice.
So this is definitely coming to more than PS4 and PS5. So it may be coming to the Switch, but like I like this in terms of game preservation.
Agreed.
But like it's not one that I'm gonna gravitate towards.
Sure.
But staying in this wheelhouse, PlayStation is releasing Project Defiant, a wireless fight stick, the first one that's actually designed by Sony. So for the fighting game, folks, I hope this is what you want. I think it looks cool. Never going to be something that I'm. Oh yeah, are you?
What my buddies will say about it. I personally don't. I'm not a fight stick competitor. I know that I have friends that are in the competitive scene and will live and die by their fight sticks, but I'm intrigued and I want to hear their opinions on it.
I don't think this is going to do well.
No? Why?
No.
Do tell.
Just kind of looking at, I don't know if these are pre-renders or if it's going to change as it looks, but kind of looking at the way the actual stick itself is, I don't think you've got a lot of range for movement.
Really?
Yeah. If you take a look, take a look at something like, remember the old Street Fighter 4 Pro Arcade sticks? That actually used.
Why is it raised?
I don't know. Comfort? I have no idea.
I don't like that.
It's weird.
It looks like a PlayStation.
I know. I love the look. I love the look.
I knew you would.
It's pretty sleek, actually.
It is real sleek.
Listen,
but then I thought about it, and I'm like, kind of looks like a folder.
I think this is gonna be one of those things that's more fashion over function.
Okay,
you think so?
Yeah, I don't know. If they don't make a few improvements, I just don't think I can't see someone literally trying to pull off like a fireball combo on that stick.
Okay.
Well, listen, if they came out with a variant that had like Ryu or Ken on it, or Kazuya or Jin,
no,
or
hold on,
maybe.
This is PlayStation. They won't do that. They'll just put like a little tiny logo over in the corner, and then make the other side a different color, and be like, "Ooh, look
or
what
they'll
we
put
made.
Look what we did."
Or they'll put 300 stickers on it and call it a day.
Yeah.
You mean like the Fortnite controller you love so much?
Metal Gear Solid Delta.
I want to play. I want to play this game, but I'm done. It's turning into, what was that game, Matt, that we used to
Deathloop.
Yes.
Deathloop.
Oh, interesting.
They're Deathlooping me here. I don't need any more trailers. Just the game.
Especially because it's a known quantity.
Yeah, I agree.
Like Metal Gear Solid, 3. People know what it is.
I can't wait to play it. Like,
same.
It's selling me every time, but I'm just like, Jesus.
And I will say credit where credit is due, because I remember us talking about it when it was initially revealed, and we're all kind of like, I don't know if this is it, but it does seem that they've kind of captured the magic of what this was. And then there's this little teaser at the end. We got, there's Ape Escape stuff as well. There's like an Ape Escape mecha that's going to be part of this.
We don't need these trailers anymore.
I don't disagree. What I am curious about is this ending tease thing here, where you see somebody in camo move across, and then another person run across the screen. Is this like a multiplayer thing?
Oh,
interesting. You know what I mean? Because because like if this is like a multiplayer mode where it's just like, let's say it's like a team of soldiers, like 4 soldiers who are looking for one snake, and this is almost like Assassin's Creed 2-esque multiplayer vibes where you
Which
can
is
try and hunt.
that was a great multiplayer.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not usually like a huge multiplayer person, but if this is what that is, we don't know what this is. They haven't confirmed or denied anything in any
hide and
shape or way.
seek. It's amazing.
Exactly.
It might be Metal Gear Online because that's what came with the original Metal Gear Solid 3.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. And it was like 8-player tournament style, like deathmatch battles, CQC, things like that.
That I'm in. I'm in
on this. It's something different. Like I really enjoyed the Assassin's Creed multiplayer. I also really enjoyed the Last of Us multiplayer because it was different than all the same shooters that we play over and over and over again.
Well, that and like we haven't had an interesting multiplayer shooter mode in quite some time, right? Like it's all battle royales now, or it's all these like hero shooters or whatever. We haven't had anything like this. Almost feels like a throwback to the first person shooter stuff, or third person shooter stuff that we grew up in, where like games in the mid to 2000s, we're a little bit more willing to take kind of swings in a weird direction. If this is a multiplayer mode that is something like that, I'm infinitely more interested. I want to see more of that. I don't need to see more of the base game. I want to see more of whatever this is.
Agreed.
Neo 3 got an announcement coming in early 2026. Rice, you're a Neo boy, aren't you? Ooh, look at that crane.
Yeah, man. Neo's fun. How
are you feeling about 3?
I'm excited. I loved 1 and 2. And there's a certain like kind of difficulty that is really satisfying to overcome. And Neo provides that. So
yeah. I gotta say, this looks cool. Never gonna play it, but it looks cool.
Yeah, man.
Thief VR Legacy of Shadows is coming to PSVR 2. I'm legit stoked. I like a good stealth game.
I was wondering if you were gonna be stoked about this.
So I platinumed Thief because it was a launch title. It's not good. So I'm not expecting much from this.
If it is, I feel like a lower bar to entry when it comes to VR. In terms of like gameplay stuff, if this ends up being like a solid 7 out of 10, I'll be happy with it.
I was really excited for this because I was like, because the Thief on PS4, I was like, it's like Assassin's Creed back in the day. It's not. It's not. You know what this is going to be, Matt? This is going to be you picking locks, going into a building, and maybe stealthing by 1 or 2 people and opening things all over the place to finally find the thing you want, and then picking a lock. That's what it's going to be.
You might not be wrong. I'm still willing to give it a shot. I was interested. I'm intrigued based off what I saw. Tied to Tomorrow, February 24th, 2026. I think this was the most confusing reveal out of this entire thing for me. I don't know what this game is.
No.
Like, yeah, well, what are we doing?
Like it's a story. They called it like a story asynchronous multiplayer game where you're like doing your own story, but somehow like other players influence your story in some way, shape, or form.
Sounds terrible.
If here, I'm of two minds, Court. If this is a game,
no, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No,
I'm of two minds.
No, you're not.
If this is a game that I'm playing, I have like my own single story.
He is
player
lying
mode.
to people.
No. If this is a single player game that has like an 8 to 10 hour campaign that other players can influence in some way, shape, or form with like depending on what I do and where I go, that I am interested in. If this is like a 30-minute based like objective thing where like other players are doing shit while I'm doing shit and it's like rounds, I'm out.
Okay. Yeah.
That's my difference. If this is a story that has some unique multiplayer aspect to it, interested. If this all it is a multiplayer game, I'm out.
Okay. We're just talking about Marathon. What's that game called?
Oh no.
Triathlon?
That game doesn't exist.
Triathlon. That's it.
We're not allowed talking about Bruno anymore.
Nice.
Astrobot.
Can someone explain to me why there was like way too many people posting about how this thing is great? This controller.
Oh,
I mean, it's cute, but so Astrobot is getting more challenge levels. Sadly, not an expansion like I predicted, but
I know, Matt. I was actually pissed off that you were wrong.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And all they did was a tease that the Astrobot DualSense is coming back later this year. And this is what I want to say. And Steve and I did a reaction thing to this a couple days ago. And Court, I had to name drop you because if this ends up being a controller where these fucking eyes move, Court, I am going to riot that I bought the first one.
I'm gonna buy the second one.
If all of
would
this,
be
Well,
difficult.
you
but-
thought the first one was supposed to be the eyes moving.
and
Yes.
remember, you and I were like theorizing, we're
That
like,
would
that'd
have
be so
been
cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
If all this is another run of the controller, but this time the eyes are happy, not worth an announcement, not worth showing this off on stage.
Yeah.
If these eyes fucking move, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind.
But even if they do, so hear me out. If they do move,
Mhm.
it's going to be the first thing that breaks.
Probably.
Yeah.
And your battery will probably last 27 minutes.
Yeah. Oh my god, I didn't even think of that. It has
But
to be. It has to be
it'd be
plugged
cool
in
as
at all
shit.
times.
It'd be cool as shit.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It's again, this controller was one of the ones I remember when we first saw it. We're like, oh, we hope the eyes move. And then when they didn't move, it was this controller stinks.
Yeah,
I still like the controller.
It's
I still
just
like this.
blue handles with a thing in the thing.
yeah, it's
They put zero effort into the controllers.
I feel this one is much better than a lot of the others.
Did we not just have this conversation like literally 2 weeks ago when the Death Stranding controller came out?
Yep.
Thing's terrible.
That thing sucks. This one, I think, has some charm to it.
Matt,
I
can
will
you
give you a
at least
chance
admit-
if it does move.
now, Matt,
eyes.
can you give a little
Mhm.
bit? The charm is that you and I both love Astrobot, my favorite
Mhm.
game.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
is that the charm?
No.
You know what? I've known Matt long enough that I just was right. That's the charm.
You
No,
heard
no.
the voice crack, everybody.
Yeah, it was-
That's just puberty. Sea Remnants got announced. This is like
Move on.
no, I'm actually excited about this.
I'm sure you are.
This is a pirate game that looks like
Oh,
pirates
okay.
mixed with like South of Midnight in terms of the vibe. I'm
Oh,
stoked
yeah.
on this. I'm in on this entirely.
Okay.
I'm excited. I like pirates, and I think this is a cool way to do pirates.
There's a game by Ubisoft. It's great. You should go play it.
Quadruple A title.
Quadruple A. Quadruple A. Sword of the Sea got a gameplay look
It's
coming
part of
August 19th.
It'll be in the
and
catalog.
Part of
We can play
PlayStation
it.
Plus. This looks like Tony Hawk Journey. I'm incredibly in on this. I can't wait.
Tony Hawk Journey, yeah.
Super stoked. Super incredibly excited.
I mean, with a lack of Tony
This looked amazing.
Hawk 4.
Well, I mean, that's
campaign.
coming. That's coming July.
This
3
looked
and 4.
amazing.
007 First Light got a reveal coming 2026. A gameplay reveal is coming later this summer. We got a lengthy look at this. It's basically like an origin story for James Bond where you'll go through like him in his MI6 training and kind of coming up to be the agent that he was. This looks dope.
You know
so
it's going to
I'm
be,
really
unfortunately,
excited about this
we're going to compare it to Uncharted, but I'm
Mhm.
okay with that. But
Mhm.
we're going to compare it to Uncharted.
because I was kind of like, ooh, when I saw this. Like,
Mhm.
It's going to be like
I-
Uncharted
I
mixes
wanna
with Max
play.
Payne, and I'm all
You
in.
think so?
Yeah.
This could be a lot of fun.
I
Yeah,
think this is
thank
going to be
you.
like
Yeah.
Hitman and Uncharted.
No,
what-
because
what this is
Bond
to me.
isn't very Hitman-y. Bond is
He's
very...
literally like a spy.
Yeah, but he's not very
Yeah, but he's
stealthy
not stealthy
at all. He's not stealth at all, Matt. He's
I
not.
guess that's a
So-
good point. Yeah, that's fair.
How many-
So
He's Nathan Drake.
you
He's-
think that it'll
he's a
win narrative over gameplay?
he'll be bull in a china shop because
Hmm.
Bond is more of like, I'm going in stealthy and whoopsie, I'm blowing everything up and I'm shooting everything in the room.
Mhm.
That's James
Ah.
Bond.
But
Fair.
you got some pretty cutscenes.
This looks dope. Rice, to answer your question, no, I still think it'll win gameplay over narrative. It's interesting because like IO games feel great to play, but I've
Right.
never given a single fuck about whatever the story in the Hitman games are. But I
Sure.
love playing them because they feel really good to play. They're well
They do
designed.
feel real good. Yeah.
But I've never cared about the narrative in any of them.
See, look, I think we're gonna get half and half. We'll get like, you know, in Uncharted where we get like half of a level where we had to stealth through it for a little
Mhm.
bit and then we
Yeah.
could blow everything up. That's what I think we get here.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
why I'm calling
So
it
we're looking at
Uncharted.
a 7.
It's Uncharted
8.
versus Max Payne because they're gonna put in like some cool shooting mechanics and
Yeah.
a little bit better
And the
combat.
cars.
Than, yeah,
Bring back
exactly.
bullet time.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's bullet.
Yeah.
time.
Bullet time would be. Ooh.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think it's been long enough since the last Uncharted that like it like I think this will stand on its own feet.
Yep.
Yeah.
It
You know what I
looks
mean?
good. It looks very good, and I'm all in.
Yes.
Yep.
It
fantastic.
looks like the game we wanted from Indiana Jones, but we got that first person thing.
Let me ask the panel a question here because I feel like we're kind of in this heyday of like these kind of classic IPs, Indiana Jones, 007,
Sure.
that are actually getting games of quality. You know what I mean? It's not the late 2000s, like, you know, early to mid 2000s where every
Yeah.
IP is a movie tie-in that everybody knows is going to be shit 99% of the
Yeah.
time. What is another
Unless
game?
it's
What is,
Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers.
unless it's
Not a good
Wolverine Origins.
Oh, that was
That
too
I
game
heard
deep.
Chip and
Wolverine.
Dale's in my mind. Just never mind. So,
Chip and
your
Dale.
question was?
What is a classic IP that you'd want to see given like the Indiana
Like
Jones
classic movie
007?
IP.
Exactly.
Top
Yeah.
Gun. Top Gun. All day long. Wouldn't even think
cool.
twice. I want
That'd
Top
be
Gun.
cool.
Ooh, Top Gun. Damn.
Think about
Okay.
that. The beginning, that it would
That
just give you
would
chills,
be
man.
kind of epic.
I know,
Get
right?
butterflies right at the beginning.
Yeah,
Ooh.
You could
yeah.
like go to the bar and play pool and like have relationship levels with your friends.
I don't
Mm.
care, but sure. But like, I get to have like crazy dog fights, and I get to do crazy maneuvers, and I get to say
Yes.
cool lines, and I get to take my shirt off and play volleyball. Like, I'm all in.
That and like we don't have a lot of those type of games
No,
anymore.
we don't. Because
Okay.
Ace Combat tried to put top, but you're really all they did was put the plane in. You
Mhm.
need to have Maverick. You need to like have the character. I need to
character.
ride the motorcycle. I need to look sexy on the beach. I need to do all those things.
You need
Ooh,
this. You need
I
like the story, the extravagance with
Exactly.
it. I feel
I
like.
would love a
Tell me.
Mission Impossible.
Can we just do it?
Ooh.
Hold on. I got one. Just a bunch of Tom Cruise movies games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah,
What
because I played Mission Impossible for PlayStation 1,
Mhm.
Ooh.
and I actually like enjoyed that game, and I would love to see that kind of revisited in modern
I'm agreeing with
You know,
Rice. A
Hell
Mission
yeah.
modern
Impossible game
development.
would be
Yeah.
very good because we would get cool like puzzles. You
Yeah,
know what? We
totally.
need a Mission Impossible game because then you also get to use more than one character. I like
Mhm.
it. I
Yeah.
like that over Top Gun.
Okay. Wow.
Nice.
You just made Court eat his own words. Denny, what about
Let's
you?
go.
I don't know why, but maybe because we just saw the Mafia trailer earlier this week. I kept thinking Untouchables would make a good game.
There
Ooh.
was, you know, there was a good game for Untouchables on the PC way back in the day.
Was there?
Really?
Very good game, yeah.
See, I would want like a classic Jackie Chan movie, like Rumble in the Bronx. Or even,
Dude,
like,
Rumble?
you know what I mean?
So
Like,
like almost like
sick.
what was that game that was amazing on the PS3? Oh man,
You're not talking Stranglehold, are you?
is it no
John Woo
Strangle?
Stranglehold?
That was a great game.
I loved that game.
I
Like
I
Sleeping
wasn't
Dogs?
that
Are you
Sleeping
thinking
Dogs.
Sleeping
Yes,
Dogs?
Sleeping Dogs.
Sleeping
Sleeping
Dogs, but like, yeah,
Dogs.
I wouldn't want an open world. I'd want like massive, like I'd want an Uncharted, but
Can
like a
we
Rumble in the
remake
Bronx.
Sleeping Dogs from the ground up?
Dude,
Oh my
I mean,
that-
Simu Lu's trying to get a movie off the ground now. If that movie
Mm.
somehow is good,
Yeah, he's
I could
doing
see
some work.
I could see a
that game
sequel.
had amazing story. Had like
Had
so
Emma
good.
Stone randomly.
Yes.
So good.
That game ripped.
Yeah,
Like,
it was very good.
absolutely ripped. And then Ghost of Yotei got a state of play announcement. There's a state of play
Yes,
coming for
it
Ghost of Yotei in
Oh, hold on.
2025.
How weird was that?
This was strange.
It was
Yeah.
like remember, it was like when the last day to play when you were like, I think they just messed up when we got to see they showed us what was it? They
Twisted Metal, I think,
yeah,
like the Twisted Metal clip.
and that was like there was supposed to be a game here and then
I
something
feel
got
like
taken out.
I feel like this is like I feel like parts of these things were like Marathon was supposed to be here.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think
You know what I mean?
bang on, Matt. You're bang on.
That's what this reads to me. I like we don't need this announcement.
No.
Yeah.
You
You're
know?
making an announcement and about an announcement. That
Yeah.
you know what PlayStation
Sure.
does more with these? Blog post.
Blog posts.
If you didn't even give us a state of play for the release date, why are you giving me your state of play for a state of play?
Yeah.
Right.
Just you can even just make an announcement being like, oh, we know Ghost of Yotei players are so excited. There's a state of play coming next month and move on. We didn't need this like interstitial,
Yeah.
you know?
Eh.
Exactly.
And Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. This one made me absolutely pop off. This is a collaboration between PlayStation Studios, Arc System Works, and I think PlayStation Studios, it's XDev and Marvel all working together to put out a banger looking Marvel fighting game.
Now,
Yeah,
what
man,
I
I'm
got
excited.
before, because I know we have fighting people, but for me, right away, I thought in my mind, I get to wait a year, and it 100% will come to PlayStation Plus, and I'll get to play this game.
Oh, sure.
It looked
Yeah.
great.
You're
But
not
I
wrong.
want to hear Rice's opinion. He's a fighting guy. Continue.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited about this. Obviously a Marvel guy, but like I love the character design.
Yes, dude.
I really love this design, man.
Did you hear the rumors that apparently Kohei Horikoshi, who is the mangaka that does My Hero Academia, might be the one
Yes.
behind the character designs? And if
That
so,
is
that is
crazy.
fire. Because he's a huge Marvel fanboy. So like
Yes.
if he got to work on this, like these character designs look incredible.
Yeah, because he's got like Iron Man almost looks like he's wearing a Robotech suit.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
a Gundam
dude.
suit. Mhm.
Yeah, Gundam suit. Yeah, it looks great. It honestly
I said
just by-
Robotech because I meant Robotech. Okay.
Yeah, like
Oh,
Gundam.
Like the
fair
game
enough, fair enough.
Robotech?
Yeah. No, like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
TV
yeah,
show, the cartoon from way back in the day.
Oh.
It's the it's
From
an
the
old
80s.
thing. Come
Yeah.
on, Denny.
Mm.
Don't let us down.
Wait,
here.
what am I? Oh, sorry. I'm thinking of Custom Robo for some reason. My bad.
I
Fair enough.
Robot.
I do love this. It looks fluid. I mean, it's reminiscent of
Injustice.
your versus Capcom, Marvel versus Capcom, and you're gonna be reliant on a lot of these combos. And yeah, these characters just look so fire. It's so attractive to me. So like I'm ready. I'm ready for this, man.
Yeah, I'm not a big
Fine.
fighting game person, but I like very much dependent on the IP. Like I
Sure.
played the shit out of Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and that's also Arc System Works.
Sure.
Like you
Mhm.
know, if Arc System Works is on this, you
Yeah.
know that this is going to be incredible. So like
Yeah.
I'm very very excited about this.
And it's interesting too because with these games, even if you're not a big fighting person, but you love the IP,
Mhm.
you want to play it because of the animations.
It
Like you
looks
want to
so
witness
cool.
these
I
animations.
think this would look better as a cart like this. Why don't we get a cartoon with the characters looking like this?
Touche. Like
That
look,
Spider-Man looks great.
Mhm.
Is that the
Victor Von Doom.
PS4
Oh my God.
Spider-Man costume?
It
The
looks
what?
like he's got the running shoes on.
There's a lot of like new like character design there. So
Mhm.
very pretty, very pretty.
Let's go around the horn real quick. But how are we feeling about the state of play as a whole? Then, Denny, let's go with you and go down.
This might be my well, no, I think we've actually already said this, but I think this probably had the most content that I was excited for coming
Same.
out of the other announcements or the other
announcement.
You know what?
Another
It's okay.
announcement,
We
yeah.
understood.
Yeah, outside of everything else that came out, like I look at my list of stuff that I'm excited for. PlayStation's State of Play has the most stuff on it, so
Mhm.
that's a good thing. So yeah, lots of more fun for us, not so much for everyone else.
It was a
Cord?
state of play, so my expectations were low, and they were higher than my expectations, so I was
Mhm.
okay with it. But it's a state of play. Like everybody else was like, "Oh, well," like even myself, like this Summer Games Fest kind of was like fart. It was just a fart in the wind. But like Xbox was like, "We have a showcase." They should not have called it that. Like they should not have called it that. That was just a giant.
We have an
fart.
update for you.
Yeah, thank you. That's what it should have been.
Yeah, yeah.
At least PlayStation knew it, like knew its role, and was like, "We're just giving you state of play, okay?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
just we're gonna show you some cool stuff, some stuff that you already know about, and stuff you should get excited about." And
Sure.
I hope that ties you over for a little bit. And you know what? It did.
Yeah,
Bryce?
they didn't come in guns blazing
Yeah.
or like trying to hype it up or anything. Hey, just get ready for this. And then when we saw it, yeah, I'm with Court. Like there's this pleasant surprise, like, oh, okay, cool. All right, you brought it. And then comparatively with the other stuff that has come out, you're just like, ooh, like they did better.
Well, it's just PlayStation is, and I'll keep saying this. They've become we'll show anything at the Game Awards, and
Sure.
otherwise you're not going to see from us because
Yeah.
E3 is dead, and unfortunately now everything gets trickled out throughout the year, which kind of like I think they need to go back because it's almost desensitized us.
Mm,
I feel like when something gets released, we just don't even look forward to it anymore. We're like, "Oh, whatever."
yeah.
I feel like there's so much happening all the time that like
Mhm.
this time isn't as like special as
Yep.
it once was.
Yep.
Sure.
I will say that like coming into it as a state of play, and I think PlayStation was very clever naming it, like going with the state of play, naming scheme compared to a showcase this time, because I went in with low expectations, and I think this is one of my favorite state of plays ever. I feel like most state of plays are usually kind of like, like
They
they're a
showed
little more
For
Spider-Man
this
relaxed.
once at a state of
generation,
play.
yeah, I would agree.
I think so. Like I think this was pretty consistent. There was a lot of games that I'm either interested or looking forward to learning more about, or games that I got very excited about. I feel like the pacing was on point. There wasn't a lot of one type of thing like that last state of play. There was a lot of Souls likes, a lot of very samey types of games. While here, I feel like this was a pretty
There's variety.
comprehensive, variety of stuff. So I think this was super strong, and I do think that this was the best thing that we saw this week.
Mhm.
Agreed.
Wait, you
Speaking of
didn't like
which,
the Indiana Jones DLC?
I mean, it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I know it was DLC.
Summer Game Fest. We're gonna fly through this one.
Yeah,
I'm
please.
I'm gonna
please.
kind of skip through stuff. Destiny 2 is coming. We know that.
Which
Um,
again should have just been at the state of play. Like it just at this point, like Jeff Keighley, get off his balls. Like
Yep.
what is wrong with you, man? It's gross at this point.
this especially because he has this like a huge presentation in like a day or two.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense at this point. Like, just dude, you're
Like,
gross.
relax.
Yeah.
Sonic Racing Crossworlds is getting Hatsune Miku, Joker, and Ichiban Kasuga. I don't know why I bought Mario Kart. If I can race as Yakuza and Persona
Yeah.
characters in this,
You know it's not as
Because Mario Kart is still a vastly superior game, and that's coming from
It
a
is.
Sonic fan.
coming from a Sonic fan, wow, Danny, I was expecting a little backup here.
Yeah, you weren't getting it.
Sorry, mate. Spade's a spade.
Code Vein 2 is coming, End of
Yeah,
Abyss is
come on,
coming,
just
Mouse PI, Game of Thrones. This looks same. But
No, it looks terrible.
Atomic
Atomic Heart 2,
Heart.
that was the most hilarious thing. The amount of people popped off on that. I'm like, dude, Atomic Heart 1 wasn't good. Why are we
But
popping
like,
off?
wasn't the first one like super like serious looking? Like
Yeah.
I remember when I remember looking at the trailers, it was very much like Like
Dude,
there
don't
wasn't
you
all this
remember, like,
color. It
and
was much more
everybody
like
was like
bleak.
saying don't play the game because who made it? Like, and now all of a sudden we're okay.
I don't know. I didn't actually play this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if people are excited,
Yeah.
that does kind of.
The Xbox people were excited. No one else.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Interesting. I
Yeah,
don't know. I didn't play this one.
Yeah, neither did I. But like, it just seems like a huge tonal whiplash compared to the first.
Yeah.
And there's an MMO coming from them as well. Marvel Cosmic Invasion is going to shell on Rocket.
This looks cool.
This
I
game
like
still looks great.
when they do these type of like
Beat 'em
retro
ups,
looking games.
Side
Yeah,
scroller
I
beat 'em
them,
ups.
bro.
I'm
I
here
love them.
for it.
Yeah,
We
I'm
get
in
one
for
every
it.
year. It's
I
good.
like them. Yeah, GI Joe was good. I played it. It was good.
My wife surprisingly loves them. So like we play a lot of these together. So I'm stoked on this one.
Love that.
Onimusha Way of the Sword is coming next year. We got a lengthy new trailer. Rice, I think you're excited about Onimusha. Are you
Yeah.
not?
Yeah, man. These are games that I played a lot when I was younger, and not that I thought that they were like the greatest games, but I thought I spent a lot of time on them. And so this is just something that I kind of liked when I was growing up. So I'm excited about this for sure.
Were they
I don't know.
always
I like swords, right?
Were they always like Souls light ish?
I mean, I don't
this-
think that the
this gave me-
difficulty
This gave me kind of that vibe.
it could be now, but
Okay.
I know that the games before weren't
Weren't
as
they more
difficult.
like
More
fixed
like Devil May
camera?
Cry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope it's more of
So,
that.
little bit of action. You would die a little bit, but not quite as much as you would in a Souls game.
I hope that's more. I hope it's more, that style than Souls like, because I think this does look
Yeah.
cool. I'm excited about
Yeah.
this. Killer. This game looks weird as fuck.
Sure.
Arc Raiders is coming October 30th. People are excited about this one. I can't bring myself to care about an extraction shooter.
Yeah, I couldn't care less of any destruction
Same.
shooter.
Mio Memories in Orbit. I played
an
demo
indie
of this.
game. Matt's trying. He's
No,
trying.
I literally just previewed it for but why though? It's cool. Anybody who likes your Hollow Knights is going to like this. I don't know if it's particularly for me, but like art style is great, combat feels great, but it's one of those things where it's like it's a lot of exploration. It's a lot of if you die, you lose a bunch of stuff, and then you have to make your way back. For specific people, this is going to be great. It's just not for me.
Right.
Out of words, I'm stoked about this one. I think this looks really cute. It's like a co-op platformer with like some stop motion animation. I think this looks dope. This looks really cool. Court, how are you feeling about Mafia: The Old Country?
Again,
Yeah.
I'm in, so you don't have to show me a trailer every 2 weeks. Like they just showed
Yeah,
us the
I was
trailer
gonna say,
on this game.
wasn't it
Like
somewhat
2 weeks ago.
recently?
Yeah, like
Very
very
recent.
recently.
Was that just a random trailer drop, or was that part of something else?
I can't even remember.
Right?
But it was recently.
Yeah, I feel like we just talked about this game, and you were like, "No, this is what this is. This is why you should be excited." And I was like,
Yeah,
"Okay."
yeah. It looks great, but I'm like, it's not a long game. Like, but if you give me another trailer, I'm gonna know the whole thing.
Lego Voyagers, unironically, incredibly excited for this one. It looks super cute.
Interesting. So I showed my daughter, huge Lego fan, and she goes, "What is this?" And I said, "Oh,
Oh,
it's a
really?
Lego game." She goes, "Is it though?"
I think this looks like the most Lego of Lego games.
As my daughter's a Lego fan, she disagrees.
Interesting.
I think this looks like It Takes Two, but Lego, and that's why I'm excited.
You know what this
It's
is?
cooperative.
Exactly.
This is Wes Anderson Lego. It is. It's not. It's just using the Lego IP to make Horizon the Lego game.
See, I
Oh,
genuinely disagree because they're like actually building stuff
It
into
looks like Horizon Lego.
Oh yeah, no, but even just like
It
launching them
does.
over,
Everything is Horizon Lego.
they do have to kind of functionally make.
I'm
stuff,
sorry,
though.
this game's not going to do well. My
No, you don't
daughter's a
think so?
huge Lego fan. She's the audience and doesn't want to play this.
Right.
do well. I don't know.
I'm being
I
honest.
think it looks cool.
I-
Genuinely.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
I'm excited to play this with Senna. Like that's what I am excited about.
I get it, but I'm just your audience that plays Lego doesn't want to play this game. So
Fair.
what is this?
Fair. Nickelodeon is back. Lies of P Overture. Rice, have you been playing the expansion is out. They shadow dropped.
Yeah, I
this
haven't
bad
been
boy.
playing it yet, but I'm excited to. I think I'm actually gonna stream it, so I'm kind of just holding off. Because I streamed the whole game, so I'm excited to struggle on stream.
I'm excited for you. From all I've heard, it is incredible.
Yes,
So
I've heard the same.
I'm excited for you to check that out. I'm gonna keep running through here. Deadpool VR looks great, but it's not coming to PSVR 2, of course. Is anybody excited about Dying Light?
No, I fell off
No?
the train. I used to like them, but I didn't really like the last
I
Dying Light 2. I wasn't a big fan of near the end. I was like, I just don't care anymore.
I didn't care for the second one either, and this one is doing.
First
even
one was
less than this.
great. I felt the second
First
one
one was
just
great.
not. Yeah, and I felt the second one wasn't. So this doesn't.
Yeah.
They've already lost me, unfortunately.
Mixtape continues to look good, but like I think, like Court's been saying, I don't need to see anything more about this game. Just tell me when
give
it's
it to
coming
me.
out. Just give it to me.
I felt we had a lot of that at the game this year at Summer Games Fest. It's like, dude, stop showing me this game.
Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree looks cute, but I don't know. I don't need another type of that game. Scott Pilgrim X, I am incredibly excited about. This is a new Scott Pilgrim game that's actually written by the original author. I am in. Like I love Scott Pilgrim, love the movie, love the comics. I'm super stoked about a new story in this universe. Like I'm there.
Yeah, Scott Pilgrim's sick, man.
And some Toronto representation never hurts.
Yeah, bruh.
Yeah, Brett.
Bread makes you fat.
Bread makes you fat. What
I
in the
eat bread
bug's
every
life
day.
was this? Yeah. What else? Anything?
Why don't we just skip straight down to Resident Evil 9? Let's be real.
Oh, hold on. Stranger Than Heaven. I popped the
Yeah.
fuck off. RGG is back. This is their first Yakuza thing in a while. Now that Judgment's dead as well. I think this genuinely looks like an evolution of everything that they do. I cannot fucking wait. This is probably my game of the show. I cannot wait for this. I think it looks beautiful and I think it looks awesome. Can't wait. But like Denny alluded to, Resident Evil 9 Requiem was announced coming February 27, 2026. I really loved how cheeky they were with this reveal, where they were like earlier in the show, they're like, we just need more time, folks. 20 minutes later, they're like, here's the actual reveal.
It was still rendering in the background.
Denny, how we feeling?
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Resident Evil has been doing some stuff lately with the last couple games to keep themselves fresh after the abomination that was 6. So, like the little tie-in to, I think it's Outbreak.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So yeah, ready to see more of it. And hey, it's not too far from being out, so we're just around the corner.
I think Capcom have really nailed their marketing and release cycle, where it's like I don't think it's more than like 9 months in the last number of years that they've shown a game and it's been out.
Yeah.
Like Monster Hunter, the last couple Resident Evils, like they've shown it, and then like 6 to 8 months later, it's out. So like I'm again, I like Resident Evil
The way it should be done.
right?
Yeah,
You would think.
100%.
So like I don't know. I'm curious to see what they're gonna bring from this. It looks cool as fuck.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm excited.
Yeah,
to see it.
man.
Like a bombed out Raccoon City. I'm excited to explore that. I think we've all kind of said it, but I thought that this was too long and just kind of there. I don't know. It wasn't much here.
Yeah.
It could have been a blog post.
I think the game that like really jumped out at me that I was like, why the fuck is this here? And no shade to the game, no shade to the devs, but that Infinitesimals, that like a Bugs Life shooter, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Dude, I think Jeff Keighley has decided that he's going to do Summer Games Fest and the Game Awards and split it up into 2. And what that happens is you get some C-tier material popped in all the time. And it's just like, or like DLC and stuff like that. When if he just did one show, a la E3, we would get all the bangers in one show. But instead, this is what we've decided to do. And all the developers have and all the game makers, they're just like, okay, we can just give blog posts and give you trailers throughout the year. And it doesn't matter anymore. We don't need to do it all in one Christmas. So it is what it is.
Sure.
Yeah, I feel like, and his shows have the same problem where a lot of the games feel the same. There's a lot of Souls-like esque type games where
And
there's
he
just
gets so excited for no
I
reason.
know, and it's like I don't know why. I just felt like this show was lackluster as fuck.
Right.
Let's round out with the last
You
one.
feel like walking up on stage and going, Jeff, no one cares.
Like Jeff,
Stop it.
Just like, and the thing is, if he just made it like an hour to an hour and a half and like cut out a bunch of the fluff here, and it's awesome that he's spotlighting indie games, and he's awesome that he's recognizing stuff from around the industry. But like, just streamline it. It doesn't need to be this long.
Yeah.
You know?
How long was it? Like 3.5 hours?
No, it was only 2 hours this time.
2 hours.
So I'll give him that.
Felt
But
like 3.5.
It could have been shorter.
Yeah.
Xbox. Let's round this out. Outer Worlds 2 is coming. I don't know. I'm not excited about this game.
I am.
Okay,
I
tell
am
me.
as well. I
Tell
am
me.
as well. But
I played the first one and I sunk
Great.
hours into
first
it.
one's great.
Are you excited for it to cost 105 Canadian dollars?
No. That's what I was gonna
No,
say.
Matt, this game, any Xbox, we've already learned that Xbox has now become the new Ubisoft because their games are just going to go on sale.
They're gonna go on sale.
Or play it on
So-
Game Pass?
I'm going to buy this when it goes on sale.
Mhm.
I think I've become that guy. Besides Ghost of Yote right now, there is no game I'm buying day one.
Fair.
Not even NHL
So
26.
remember
No,
when
because
we were talking
okay,
about
I'll be
Bethesda
honest, I
games?
get that game for free, so I don't.
I hate
yeah.
you.
Bryce, tell me.
So remember when we were talking about Bethesda games and we were like, we can't really sink into that. Like we kind of agreed on the fact that open world was just like, meh.
Yeah.
And so like when I couldn't play those games, I went to Outer Worlds and I was like, oh,
Outer Worlds is done properly.
I agree. I like the dialogue options in Outer Worlds. They really feel like they impact what you're doing, and
It's almost like we're playing Fallout New Vegas in space.
yeah,
Fair.
man. So I like this one.
High on Life 2 got announced. This was a random one for me. I didn't think the first one did that well.
I didn't know they were even going.
I didn't
forward
like
with
the
this
first
game.
one.
But
I didn't even know there was a first one. Yes,
It was
wait,
a
no, I
lot.
did.
But the thing is, it's like the majority of this trailer looked just like CG pretending to be gameplay.
Yes,
You know, that's what
like
bothered me.
Anthem.
Yeah, exactly like Anthem. Residents of Plague Tale Legacy is coming towards PlayStation. I know people who love these games. They have a lot of rats, so I don't want to play them.
Hold on, we just know one person, okay?
Bro,
Kevin
no,
from
me
Save
too.
the Game
No,
Media. This is the only
I
person.
do know a bunch of people who really love this game.
I played this game. I am one of those people. I like.
No,
I like this franchise.
playing
There
the
you go.
game. I had someone trying to tell me that these games are better than The Last of Us, and I was like, for
No.
God's sakes,
They need
people.
to chill out. They need to chill out and go eat
Jesus,
Need to
something.
get a
relax.
life.
Go drink some water, please. But I enjoyed my time with it.
There you go. Well,
Yeah.
now you can play it again on PS5 if you so wish.
Thanks, man.
Raga Xbox Ally is coming.
Whatever.
It's both of them together.
Yeah,
Silk Song was there in the background.
whatever.
Yes,
That
poor
was
Steve.
hilarious. That was the
Poor
best troll
Steve.
ever.
It's coming.
Yeah,
holiday
what a
25.
huge troll.
It was literally like on screen as like on the Xbox, on the ROG Xbox, and they just didn't talk about it.
That's so mean.
Oh, so funny.
No.
Ninja Gaiden 4 is coming October 21st. This is coming faster than I thought it was, and I think this looks
Mhm.
cool. I'm in on this.
I'm here for it.
Coming faster than me. Oh wow.
That's not what
Indiana
wow.
Jones and the Great Circle.
You
is
know what
getting
I was about to say that, right?
Mhm.
Giant.
Order of the Giants expansion coming September 5th. I
So-
think this is a good amount of time from launch to DLC.
Matt, do you know what this did?
What
So
did
I hadn't bought. Remember how I said that I didn't think that discount was good enough for Indiana
Mhm.
Jones, and then this dropped. I'm like, well, when the complete edition comes out, I'll wait for that to go on sale so I get the DLC.
There you go. Probably a year from now.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
word.
which will be fine
100%.
because it's not like it's
No, like
Indiana Jones.
I legit think like a year from now would probably be when we see like a game of the year, complete edition.
Exactly, and it'll be like $50, and I'll be like, that's about time.
Or even like November. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Drop it for like the
Fair to
holidays.
your point. I'll probably get it then.
Beast of Reincarnation. I just want to bring this up because I think the reveal for this was hilarious because people were like, hold on, Game Freak, the makers of Pokemon are making this? And then it started running at like, it looked like it was running at like 20 frames per second and janky as fuck. And they're like, oh yeah, Game Freak did make this. Like the game looks fine, but like it immediately, like I couldn't tell. I'm like, was my stream buffering? Like what the fuck is going on? And then I looked it up again after. No, it's just janky. It's just Game Freak. It's just Game Freak.
Which never makes sense because like Mario games look so good, and yet Pokemon games look so bad.
It's
Because Mario games aren't
truly-
made by Game Freak.
Yeah,
No, I know. I understand.
truly like a football field between the two when it comes to how you can use those systems. Because goddamn,
Yeah.
Hey, look, Mufasa's in Elder Scrolls. Did you see that?
Oh wow. Wow.
I didn't clock that, but that's fucking funny. Mudang Two Hearts. Senna was like, "Are these speaking Korean? What the fuck? This game looks cool. Apparently, it's based on a webtoon. I'm curious to see what this is. I want to see more.
Oh.
I don't
Korean
know.
Splinter Cell?
Kind of, yeah. But you also play as a K-pop idol,
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
right? It's like you're like two characters. One is like is like a secret operative, and the other is like a K-pop wannabe.
Now,
And
can
apparently-
we talk about this game is called Solo Leveling? The most like on brand, like noble title of a game ever. Like,
It's
hey,
it's based on
your-
an anime.
But I
It's
get
anime,
it. But
yeah.
it's called Solo Level. Like,
Yeah.
it's the most meta name ever. Look, announcement trailer of little.
Okay, and
fuzzy thing.
Animo. I admittedly I was like,
You
"Ooh,
squealed a
my-
little bit.
My kawaii was like, ooh, my kawaii meter was very
I was there for that.
it was
went
very
off the charts.
tickling. Yes, I was tickled a little.
It looks
I'm. Yeah, keep going. Sorry.
it's just there's something about this trailer that just screamed like what is this game?
No,
Like,
I know. It's like I even said, I'm like, what are you supposed to be doing?
Yeah,
Cuteness overlord.
Dick.
Overload.
100% cuteness overload.
Tony Hawk,
Mhm.
I'm in. I'm in.
Tony
I'm
Hawk,
just
I'm in. Yeah, I need nothing more from this game.
Exactly.
I
Again,
want to play Fate's End.
I
This
think
looks fun.
we've heard too much about Tony Hawk.
I
Fate's End
agree.
looks
Given
cool.
that at Fate's End does look dope, and this is the people that did Spiritfarer. I fucking love
Yes.
Spiritfarer, so I'm very
Such a
curious to
good
check
game.
this out.
Also,
Gears of
swords
War
coming out
loaded.
your body, bro.
Out your body, bro. Gears of War loaded looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is a game I will buy
Mhm.
Yes.
when it comes out. I won't wait for it to go on sale.
Well, that'll
That-
probably be cheaper at launch. One would think.
I would hope so.
Denny and I are gonna play the campaign, and we want to play multiplayer.
Well,
with
how
people.
are you gonna get you? Oh, you're the people that give you exposure
No,
are gonna give it to you.
It's
I already
it's
have it.
crossplay.
Oh,
It's crossplay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Persona 4 Revival. I tweaked the fuck out, and then it was over. This this was literally like 36 seconds. I think it looks stunning, but from what I learned from this is that they are nowhere near ready to talk about what this game
Now-
actually is.
can I ask a
Mm.
question here?
Yeah.
Is Atlas regretting its Xbox partnership?
No. I don't think so at all.
Why would you ask that, Cor? What's your thought?
Well, it's so like my other show, Three Dads, Waba. He's a huge Persona fan,
Right.
and he's like in Reddit groups, and he's like in it to win it, like Persona,
Mhm.
Persona,
Same.
He's
and
in.
all of them are just like, why isn't this not with PlayStation? Like they're all like annoyed with it.
Oh, interesting.
I get that. I get that.
I mean, the thing is, it's like, yeah, it's a classic PlayStation
But like
thing,
it's
but like
doing nothing for Xbox. Like no one cares.
I strongly disagree. It does
No,
well
I'm
on
talking
Game
about
Pass.
for the in. I'm not talking about the gamers. I'm talking about the Persona people. Like I'm talking about like I'm an NHL guy, right? So okay,
Sure.
I can give an example. Like if in the sports world, perfect example. Right now, the whole country of Canada is cheering for the Edmonton Oilers to win a Stanley Cup. Who are hockey fans? Now they
Sure.
actually put out a survey, and you're gonna love this, Denny. They put out a survey asking those fans if there was any other team from Canada in the Stanley Cup Finals, who would it be that you wouldn't cheer for? And everybody said the Toronto Maple Leafs. Like it was like resounding. That's Xbox for this community. Like
Mhm.
they're just like this is pissing us off.
Interesting.
Like
I
they're at the
didn't
point
know
where
that.
the game was so in the PlayStation aura that they're like, why are we even partnering with these guys?
From
interesting.
everything that I've seen across multiple places, multiple threads, multiple things, the biggest question on everybody's mind is just like everybody's surprised that Persona 6 isn't before this because they've been doing this like remaster. They've been remastering it. They did 3, now 4 is coming, but like it's been almost a decade since Persona 5. So everybody's like, where's Persona 6? So I think the shock more is where is the next step? Because all we're getting are these remasters, like these remakes, which look beautiful, which are fantastic, but where is what comes next? Because they keep not talking about it in a way that's just like, why aren't we seeing it?
Because it's probably for the next gen console.
Maybe, but like at that point, like it would have been in development for like more than a decade. So it's like these games don't need that much, you know?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
like,
Also, go Oilers.
so I'm very excited for this whenever it's going to
This is
hit,
the
but like
hockey game.
this to me now is like probably late 2026 at the
It
earliest,
is
which means
904.
Persona 6 is like coming in like 2028 at the earliest. I can't see it being any sooner.
You think so?
I don't think so. I don't think it'll be any earlier than that.
Right.
And then yeah, Call of Duty was something.
Oh, what the heck?
Oh man.
Stupid.
I wanted it to be something else. I was really excited, and then it was
Can
like
I-
Call of Duty.
Can we go to the predictions?
Yes.
Yeah, we can roll through the predictions. We have a couple.
Sorry,
questions.
I gotta be somewhere in the morning.
Yeah. Predictions wise, hold on. Let me reshare.
I got one. I know I got one.
So I said KH4 trailer. That was woefully wrong. Halo PS5 was wrong. Astrobot
Yeah,
DLC is coming, but it wasn't to the breadth of that I wanted it. I'd give myself a 0.5 for this prediction. There-
Yeah.
Astro-
For what? Astrobot?
yeah,
I'll give you a 0.5 because
I think
I love
0.5
you.
is fair,
I
right?
think
Yeah.
0.5 is fair.
I wasn't.
With what they showed, yeah,
Yeah. And then PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale obviously was wrong.
of course.
Court Wolverine, no. Witcher 4 CGI trailer, Geralt scene. CGI trailer was right. Geralt being wrong was not there.
That's why I don't get that.
I'd say 0.5,
Half a point.
half a point. Gears of War, this was again no Helldivers, which you were right about. This is a full 1.0.
I was actually impressed how well I did.
You did well. An infamous
Yeah.
remake, obviously not. Rice Resident Evil 9 2027. Nope. 2026.
Overshot.
And no gameplay. I give this a 0.33.
I'm fine with that.
Right?
Yeah, no, he's got to get something.
Lies of P DLC released in
Available
September.
today. Was
It was there,
whoa.
available today. I say 0.5.
So 0.5.
Yeah, agreed. Virtua Fighter 6, no, Bloodborne 2, no.
wanted
James Bond. Here's the thing that I want to bring up. We know it's coming 2026. We got it unveiled.
We did.
I do think there was gameplay.
No, there was.
I agree.
There was.
Yeah, I'm saying
there was. That's a
there
full
wasn't
point.
like UI gameplay, but it was there.
That is a full point.
Gears of War, EA, nope. Silk Song,
Nope.
no.
Come on.
They did say holiday 2025.
Okay,
I would give that
like
I would give that a 0.33. Yeah,
Okay.
in terms
Fair
of
enough.
like
Okay.
there was at least a release window, which puts Denny at 1.
I'll take the 10.3. It's fine.
1.33. Rice got 0.83. Court with a massive 1.5. So like 50% right.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Genuinely.
I love Rice's. Damn.
And then I got a 0.5. So in terms of rankings, Court 1, then Denny, then Rice, then myself.
When The Witcher was the first thing shown, I was just like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Same thing Rice just said. I was like, damn,
Yeah.
I got one.
it was on the Summer Game Fest schedule, so I mean, like it counts.
No, well, the developer was, so I was like, it's got to be The Witcher.
But even like that presentation, the Unreal presentation was listed there, so it's like that's part of Summer Game Fest. You were right.
Right.
Let's knock out a couple quick questions. Ed Varnell from the Boss Rush Network writes in saying, I enjoyed the latest state of play. I thought it was right and tight. Why were some of the gaming community so negative about it? Is Bloodborne 2 making gamers desperate to appreciate the state of plays? Is gamer depression a serious matter for certain titles?
I think we kind of cover. I think it's because we no longer get Gamer Christmas, and it's become a point where, look at Rockstar. They can release their trailer whenever they want, when they want. So these things now, for the people that grew up with E3s, were just like, this sucks. I don't even want to watch these anymore because they're depressing.
Yeah. I honestly think the biggest thing that I saw from this after was, where's Wolverine? Where's Wolverine? Like that was the most common sentiment that I saw across TikTok, across Reddit. I think they shot themselves in the foot by showing that way too early. Yeah, but they showed it off way too early, and now every time they do anything, the question is, where's Wolverine?
Because we used to get that from PlayStation. They would show us stuff.
Agreed. Yeah. So I feel like there's a lot of people who just wanted more PlayStation Studios stuff, which we should, like, again, if you know State of Play, you should know not to expect that at this point. And because it wasn't there, people are pissed about it. But I do agree with you, Ed. I thought it was great. Dragon Arc writes in saying, what is something you guys felt was missing from Summer Game Fest? I was left feeling the show was kind of lacking with a runtime of almost 3.5 hours. I thought for sure we'd see something from PS First Party. Maybe that was supposed to be marathon. I think you're probably right. I think it was supposed to be marathon. Keely loves Bungie, so I feel like that was what was supposed to be on that stage. Something missing? I genuinely feel like, I mean, it was the big stuff. It was, your Wolverines, your Kingdom Hearts. Like, there's a bunch of stuff there that, like, people want to see, but clearly just aren't ready yet.
I don't even think it's not they're ready. I just think it is what it is at this point.
And to echo like the first answer to the first question, like the news that we're getting in the games, like we're oversaturated with news. And so it's hard for something to genuinely surprise us as a community. And when we're constantly talking about the behind the scenes stuff, the business side of things, it's kind of inevitable for us to predict and kind of discern what's going to happen with these games. And then, there's obviously some surprises here and there when, a whole studio gets shut down or some shit and it sucks, right? But I would say, I don't know that there's necessarily anything specific that's missing. I think that part of it is also the way that we are consuming this news.
I think expectation is the biggest thing.
Expectation.
But if people are expecting heavy hitters nonstop and they don't get that, then they're inherently disappointed.
I had zero expectations, didn't watch it live, and caught up onto it all yesterday. And I was like, I missed nothing. It didn't even matter.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I also just don't think it was a great show this time.
Right.
That's all it was. Like, it wasn't it. And as Black Wyver says in the chat, haters going to hate. Yeah. People are going to be pissed no matter what you do.
I don't think I don't hate it. I just think it's pointless at this point.
Yeah, but again, like there's many people who are, exactly. It's known quantities, or it's stuff that just like this type of game that we've seen 100 times in the last year again. Okay,
that's why you had 6 like Souls-like games in there.
That's what I mean. Like we know what these games are. That brings us to the end of this week's show, folks. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. It has been one hell of a week. But if you want to see more from us, Denny, where could they see ya?
They can find me on Instagram and or Twitch most of the time, but anywhere else, it's on my Linktree. So Linktree/Denerican Gaming.
Go find Denny in all the sports. Court, what about you?
You can see me every Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. at 3 Dads in the Console, or you can find me on Twitter on Courtland.
Yeah, and go Oilers. Rice, where can people find you?
Yeah, find me on my Linktree /Rice BOYYY TV. Also on Twitch and Instagram, like Denny. Denny and I are actually working on some stuff and some clips that we had some
Little gangbang?
conversations. No,
We weren't
just-
ready to talk about that, Court. Shush.
No. Basically, I ate a burger and then he got FOMO, and then he talks about me being sexy eating the burger. That's
It
it.
was quite the spectacle.
Ooh.
And it's
I
gonna be
think this is
posted.
my perfect content.
You
I'm
are
in.
doing a Carl's Jr. ad, and I'm here for it.
That's it. That's exactly it. Rice was Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
This can be Rice and Denny go to White Castle. It's perfect.
Oh, what a reference. Okay, I'll give you that one. I will give you
on.
that one.
That was
It's
good.
the
That was
first
good.
time Matt has
Oh.
ever referenced a movie,
Oh.
and we all understood it.
Thank you.
And racially accurate.
I'm saying there was layers to that.
It was
I'm proud of
good.
that one.
That
Thank
was
you,
amazing.
Thank
I
you.
told you we're talking about peak racism today.
We started with racism, might as well end with some. And that brings us to the end of this week's show, folks. Make sure you can find me over here at Console Creatures and at butwhythough.net as well. Stay safe, and we will see y'all maybe next week. You'll find out. Peace.
Bye.